Welcome students in the biology class. Yesterday we started the topic nutrition in humans and we were on the very first point, that is ingestion. We came to know about the alimentary canal and the organs present in alimentary canals. Ingestion takes place through the mouth as we talk about humans. So in the mouth, what are there which help us? Teeth, tongue, salivary glands. These are the three main part of ingestion in humans. Teeth, as we studied yesterday, there are four types of teeth in human mouth. These are incisors, canines, premolars and molars. These four types of teeth have different function and it helps us while chewing, grinding, cutting, biting and tearing of the food. So let us study something more about human teeth. Let us have a look on the structure of human teeth. As you can see in the image, a human teeth is divided into two parts. The very first one, crown, and below that, root. Crown is the visible part of the tooth. Of any tooth, the white visible part which we can see, it is crown, and below that the part of the tooth which is fixed into the gums, that is known as root. Crown, that white colored visible part, it is having three layers in it. The very first layer is known as enamel. Enamel is very hard, or if we can say it is the most hardest substance present in a human body. Top layer, enamel. Below enamel, the second layer is dentine. Dentine is also very hard but not as hard as enamel because enamel is hardest. So dentine is also hard. Below dentine, the third layer is pulp. Pulp is the layer which consists of blood vessels and nerves. It means if we have any problem in our teeth or if we have any cavity or toothache, we will come to know only if it reaches till the pulp, because pulp is having nerves and nerves are the one which actually informs us about any kind of pain or any other kind of feeling. So pulp is the third most innermost layer which is having blood vessels and nerves, and now the root part of the teeth is fixed into the gum along with bones. So this is the structure of human teeth. Now let us come back. Teeth, structure of human tooth we have just done. Now a human in his lifetime, they have two sets of teeth. When the baby is born, it is not having any teeth in the mouth. So when it is around 6 to 7 months old, slowly one by one teeth starts appearing in a child's or in a baby's mouth. The first set of teeth that we get when we are a baby, that is known as milk teeth or temporary teeth. This milk teeth or temporary teeth are around 20 in number, 20 to 24, it can vary, 20 to 24 in number. When the child is around 5 to 6 years old, one by one milk teeth is replaced by permanent teeth. Permanent teeth, as the name implies on its own, it is permanent. It means if we take proper care of permanent teeth, it can last forever. It can stay with us forever. So this permanent teeth in a human mouth, there are 32 permanent teeth. Yesterday we had the counting also of all the four types of teeth, how many they are present, and all together 32 teeth. But as I said you, nowadays there are many people who are having 28 teeth. It means the wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth we get very late in our life. So that wisdom teeth is not present in many people's mouths. So nowadays many people are having 28 teeth. But when we ask any question that in a adult human mouth, how many teeth are present? The answer is 32, 16 teeth on each jaw. So now, as the name implies, permanent teeth, it is going to stay with us forever. It means we have to take proper care, otherwise we can lose it. And once it is gone, we will never get it back. So how to take care of the teeth? The most important thing is whenever you eat something, rinse your mouth, try to clean the teeth and especially when you have any sweet or any fizzy drink, cold drink, after that definitely you have to rinse your mouth very well. Otherwise, the tiny bits of food which is left in the teeth, it can help the bacteria to grow and breed in the mouth, and these bacterias produces an acids which can damage even the hardest layer of the teeth, that is enamel. So these bacterial, the acid produced by the bacteria is very strong enough to even damage the enamel, and in the very beginning stage, yellowish sticky layer forms on the teeth which is known as plaque. So that is one indication that there is some problem in the teeth and you have to go to the dentist. Even then, if the person ignores, then in the worst condition the tooth can form a cavity, it can start decaying, and once it is gone, now it will never return back. In that condition, the dentist sometimes they fix any artificial teeth, but you know, artificial is artificial, it can never work as a natural teeth. So students, take care of your teeth. The next thing which is present in the mouth, that is tongue. Tongue is a muscular organ present in the mouth, and tongue is one of the sense organ which is responsible for taste. It is having many tiny bumps on it, and it helps to differentiate between different taste of food. Tongue also, along with the taste, it plays another important role, that when we are chewing the food is getting crushed by the grinded by the teeth and mixed with the saliva. At that time, tongue actually forms a ball of chewed food, and this ball is known as bolus. The name is bolus itself. So this bolus, which is made by the tongue, it is actually swallowed by us, and then it enters into the esophagus. Let us see. Esophagus. Now the tongue has formed the bolus or ball of chewed food, and now we have, by the help of tongue, we have swallowed and the food has entered into esophagus. Esophagus is actually parallel with windpipe or pharynx. These two are moving parallel with each other, and they are having one separation, that is on the end of the tongue. There is a flap of muscle which is known as epiglottis. It is actually a cartilage which actually separates the windpipe from esophagus. So when we swallow the food, epiglottis covers the windpipe so that the food should not enter the windpipe. So epiglottis is a flap of muscle that prevents food from entering the windpipe. And if we don't take care, or if we are eating in hurry, we are talking a lot and confusing the epiglottis, in that condition, if it is not covering the windpipe on time, some particles of food can enter into the windpipe and cause choking. You might have seen we suddenly start coughing while eating. So that is what choking of food. Epiglottis on the correct time, it has not covered the windpipe because it got confused. You were eating, you were talking, you were doing lot many activities all together. So somewhere it missed to cover the windpipe on time. Some food have entered on the edge of the windpipe and it caused choking. You know, students, if someone chokes very badly or the food has entered exactly into the windpipe, it can even cause the death of the person. So it is always advised, while eating we should always be quiet and concentrate on the food that we eat, because if we do lot many activities all together, the epiglottis is unable to cover the windpipe on time and it can cause choking. So epiglottis is in the end of the tongue, a flap, or you can tell a leaf-like muscle. It is actually cartilage which prevents food from entering the windpipe. Now the bolus have entered the esophagus, and now it reaches to the stomach. How does it reach? It doesn't fall directly from the throat to the stomach. It actually passes through the esophagus by a wave like motion called peristalsis. The muscles which are present, the circular muscles which are present in the esophagus, muscles always do the movement by contraction and relaxation. So these muscles also contract and relax, and in this way they push the food towards the stomach. You can see the image of esophagus and bolus, which is a chewed food ball, and by contraction and relaxation of muscles, which is known as peristalsis, this motion is wave like motion, like a wave it causes, it is known as peristalsis, and now the food is reaching towards the stomach. So students, today we are going to wind up on this topic itself. Next week we will begin digestion in the stomach, and today I have decided to give you home assignment, that is solve looking back exercise given on page number 13 and read digestion in the stomach topic given on page number 14. So students, till next week, goodbye.